be the east side right underneath your screen. And I think that's why they haven't been able to get enough hook and ladders up to really make even a dent in it. But that's all they can really do right now, contain it and get as much water on it as possible.
Yeah.
And you can tell there's really no wind because that smoke is going straight up.
Yeah, and that certainly helps. That's helped firefighters, especially because it doesn't, it's whatever's burning inside. And actually, it's, obviously it's a combustible, right? We don't know for certain if it's a quilting company, as you mentioned, but it's going up, and it's going up like kindling. And when it burns that hot, it just sort of goes straight up. The smoke goes straight up. When they start to knock this down a little bit and we get more white smoke, it's going to linger over the city. But at that point, you're not nearly as concerned about the toxicity of that smoke. But at this point in time, yeah, it's not even. It's just going straight up from the portion of the building that's burning itself, that plume of smoke. It's not laying over the city at all. But you see the access problems. They'd love to have a lot more hook and ladders on this, but you also see there are no real exposures that they're worried about, and that's good news.
Yeah, and those railroad tracks should give them a bit of a buffer, I would think, Scott, from, at least on that side. It gives them a little more room from other structures.
Absolutely, and it opened up a little bit, Marcel, because the Chiron might be at the bottom. I want to see those homes. So that is an area which would be the north side of the fire, and there are some homes in there. So certainly all of those people are awake because they heard the sirens, and when they look outside, that is a big, huge, bright fire. We saw that coming through the Coinga Pass in the San Fernando Valley. And that's when we knew this was going to be a big fire, because when you can see it from that far out, and that certainly gives us a great satellite picture there. You see the structure. It is about a perfect square. Then you see Ferguson Drive, which would be on the north side, and you see some homes off there. And the rest of the area to the west of Garfield Avenue, that's going to be commercial buildings. So certainly right now there's no threat of that smoke to the neighborhood. That is fantastic, but this is going to be burning for some time.
Yeah, good news is no threat to other areas, it sounds like, at this point. No word on injuries. We don't believe there are any, but obviously the investigation will take hours to complete. No word on how it started. And preliminarily, we think it may be some type of quilt company or some type of fabric.
Warehouse,
warehouse for fabrics or something. That would certainly explain the intense fire and smoke, because it is burning. Boy.
Yeah, certainly there's a ton of fuel in there because this just erupted. We first heard it, as I mentioned, you didn't hear me earlier, about 3:40 this morning, the call came out, and they just had a fire burning, and then we heard the roof collapsed, and then we knew it was going to be something that we needed to respond to. We did hear that a Caterpillar's on the way. They're probably going to start to knock down some of these walls, at least at some point in time, and try and get inside a little bit, and then try and get some water off that tractor. But you can see right there, they're trying to ventilate the roof of that structure. Now, this is a structure that's actually attached to the other one, and it looks like what they're doing right now is trying to use that pole, the Pike's pole, rip open a portion of the roof itself to see if any smoke has got into the attic. We don't see any smoke coming out, but certainly that is so hot and so intense. There's a possibility, even though those brick walls that they have as a barrier in between the businesses or these different portions of the structure are built for a fire. When a fire burns too hot, sometimes it can spread to the attic of the other structures, and push back into those guys if you would, Marcel. I didn't see any smoke coming up from the portion of the roof that they were tearing open. Maybe just a little bit, but so far that looks good. That looks like the fire has not spread to that structure, but that's what they're concerned about right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other buildings nearby. One appears to be a furniture manufacturing warehouse, perhaps, and maybe a women's clothing store on the other side. So, yeah, a lot of structures that would have a lot of flammable stuff potentially inside. So, yeah, keeping this contained to this one building really, really important for firefighters right now.
And Scott, would you say that the fire has worsened since your initial approach? Because to me, it doesn't look like much progress has been made.
Inside this business, there's a quilting business. You can only imagine all the fabrics in there and how quickly they may go up. They may have, the solvents or the things of that nature that they put on and they process the quilts with, so they're fire resistant. But putting them on at times, what they do put on before it dries, could actually be part of what's burning so quickly. But yeah, I think it's about the same as when we first responded, Rachel. And I think it's going to look like this for some time.